Hello guys, here with you Anna Tutova, co-founder of Coins Telegram, and as well here we have a special guest as well from I would say my colleague from the media space, Farokh RugRadio, who is co-founder and president of DASTAN, and they have group of companies which includes Rug Radio, Decrypt, and as well I just checked out you are launching Myriad Markets, which sounds similar to Poly Markets. So we got to know more about it.
Yeah, hell yeah. Nice to meet you. Thank you for having me. It's a pleasure. I know we've been trying to do this for a long time, so it's good that we're finally doing it.
Yeah, finally. It's hard to catch you.
Mhm.
So
Yeah,
can you
it's
tell
been
us,
it's been a crazy year.
yeah, especially with the bull market, gets more crazier.
Yeah, exactly.
So can you tell us about your background? I know you were mostly like in the social media space and etc. How did you get into crypto and how did you start Rug Radio?
Yeah, I mean, I'm 30 years old now, and I've been kind of doing the social media stuff for a long time. I think I was 14 years old when I started my first blog, and then Instagram started popping, and then Tumblr, and then no, sorry, Tumblr, and then Instagram, and then Clubhouse. And during the pandemic, I ended up on Clubhouse in 2020. And I was into crypto before, but I was always super like interested by it and curious. But I was just too, I guess, scared to invest in it in a way. Like many people, I didn't really get it at first, right? And then in 2021, that's when February on Clubhouse we used to talk about NFTs and stuff. And then I found out about NFTs. And so NFTs make sense to me right away. I understood the whole concept of NFTs very, very, very fast. And so that's what got me into crypto. I went all in. I fell in love with NFTs the night of I found out what an NFT was. It made sense to me. I could collect like digital art, right? I have the Beeple right there, like that's tied to like a physical piece or like the artifacts. There's a bunch of NFT stuff behind me, right? The Pudgy, and it's just like that made sense to me. And so I fell in love with it. And just started hosting clubhouse rooms every day about crypto and NFTs, but to inform myself, right? Not to teach because I didn't know
Mhm.
anything, but to inform myself. So I would start a space on Clubhouse or like a room or whatever. And I would invite all the founders and the artists and everything. And it was during that boom, right? Right before the bull market that really spiked up. And then things went crazy. Fast forward a few months, we had moved to Twitter Spaces. So we went from Clubhouse to Twitter Spaces, right? And I kept going. And then one day, we kept getting rugged on the Twitter Spaces because it was really bad tech. Like the your iPhone would like overheat or like your Spaces would crash. And I called it Rug Radio as a joke because you get rugged and it's a radio. And after that, I mean, fuck, the rest is history. We were like, well, let's build a media company for NFTs for creators. Like I'm a creator. I'm doing content every day for 9 months, like 10 hours a day on crypto and NFTs, right? I already gained like I went from zero to like, I don't know, 100, 200,000 followers in that 9 month period or something, and everything blew up fast because the market did. And I was like, let me see if I can build a network of creators where we can all support one another
Mhm.
and build together. So similar to what you're doing now yourself, right? With your media brand. And so we started doing that. And so that's how Rug Radio was born. And then fast forward to, and we can get details, of course, but fast forward to 2 years later, we merged with Decrypt Media, which is one of the biggest news sites in crypto. I think you're familiar with it. Anna, you probably read it. And there's a lot of news there. So now we have Rug Radio, which is like creators, culture, etc. And then you have Decrypt, which is more news site journalism. And yeah, and then that's kind of sorry. I'll stop there because it can go like wait, I can go for longer, but that's kind of like how it all started and kind of what happened the first 2 years.
Yeah, that's really cool. And can you tell what was your first NFT which you bought?
Yeah, it was Micah Johnson, Aku Genesis on Nifty Gateway. Actually, it was February 21st, 2021. I remember the moment.
Why exactly that one?
Because I was on space on so the night I found out what an NFT was the night of February 18th going to 19th. And I remember him coming into a clubhouse room, and that was a magic night. Like there was like 30 artists up there explaining to people I didn't know about NFTs like myself what they were. And so basically he was there, and I remember him talking about his art and about that drop that's coming in 2 days on Nifty Gateway. And I just liked it. It resonated with me, and I loved the art. And so I just bought it. Yeah. And now because I went to like I was like, whoa, like I thought that was the future, right? I was like, remember the first days? You're like, oh my God, like it's crazy. Like this is the future of art, of media, of tech, like of the world, of everything. And then you buy the NFT. So that's why.
Interesting. And when did you start buying as well some crypto, Bitcoin, other altcoins?
I just started buying crypto in December 2020 or January 2021. The first like my that was my New Year's resolution. I was like, I'm tired of talking about crypto because I knew about Bitcoin in 2012. I was in law school. I was
Wow, that's
I
super
was in,
early.
but I didn't buy though. Like I was in the law school library and I was like, well, this Bitcoin thing is like I don't forget how much it was. So I made a wallet, but I never bought Bitcoin. Then I forgot about it until 2015, 16. I was in Telegram a lot because we're growing Instagram pages. So it was like the trenches for Instagram. But that's also where like the whole Ethereum thing popped, right? So it was like, oh, people were talking about Ethereum, sub $10. So I knew about it and my friends were buying it and I didn't buy it. Fast forward to 2020, the market's rumbling. But then from 2017, I started being really curious. Like that's when I started actually like asking people about it, looking into it, starting to
Mhm.
understand, but surface level. Then go 2020 and stuff hits the fan again. I'm like, wow, like now I'm getting involved. I'm sick and tired of not investing. Like this is ridiculous. Then it was AMC and GME. I was investing in stocks and I got rugged when Robinhood like closed the thing on us. And I was like, oh, that can't happen in crypto. I'm going to crypto. And then I kind of went to crypto, bought Dogecoin, and then bought some ETH and Bitcoin in 2021, and then bought NFTs.
So what was first, just crypto or NFTs for you?
No, it was crypto. It was ETH, BTC, Doge.
Okay. Even
Yeah.
meme coin.
Yeah, the right way. Because it was Doge and then like 10x on that overnight. So it went from like 0.008 to like zero point 0.8 or something. It was no, but 0.00. It was like we lost a decimal. I forgot what it was. When Elon tweeted about it for the first one of the first times back in 2021
Mm.
in January. So that's when I went from ETH BTC to fully Doge, then Doge at 10x, and then with that I started getting into NFTs and all that stuff.
Did you buy a lot of Doge at the time?
At the time, I had a ton of Doge, and I wish I'd kept it. Obviously, so I sold after a 10x, but I went like 100x. So you know,
Yeah, that always happens.
classic.
Uh, and as well, what was your opinion about Bitcoin back in 2012 when you just discovered it? Like
I
you
had no
wanted to buy
opinion.
just out of curiosity, or did you
Yeah.
think it's a scam or something?
No, just to make money. Like I was like, oh my God, this Bitcoin thing. Like I don't know. I didn't think much more of it, but I just saw it and I was like, oh, this makes sense because I was an internet kid, right? So I'm an OG. Like we created like the first Instagram pages that were luxury pages. We grew them to 10 million, tens of millions of followers. We're the first people to create Tumblr blogs. We're the first people to create like I've been doing all this stuff on social media forever. So when you spend like 12 your whole childhood on social media, like we do now on X, like you understand crypto
Mm.
when I spent like 12 to 14 hours a day on my phone as a kid, like on in my mom's basement on social media, like you're bound to find out about Bitcoin, right? Or about Ethereum. So um that's what I thought. I thought nothing of it though, but that I could make money. I was like 20 years. I was in 2012, I forget. I was like 18 years old, right? So it's like, like I just want to make money. I
Yeah,
didn't realize the whole
that's like a meme. I'm here for the tech.
yeah, like I didn't understand that stuff until like now, yeah, Bitcoin is freedom, Bitcoin is decentralization, Bitcoin is all that stuff, but also still Bitcoin is a good way for me, I think, to make money, NFA. But like, so it's now it's much more than that, of course.
Yeah. And recently you probably reached like first major peak of your career. You got Donald Trump for the interview. So can you tell us how was it and how did you manage get him for the interview?
Yeah, yeah, that was something crazy. So basically, I was in Japan for WebEx. I think you were there, right? For
Yeah,
WebEx.
we saw each
So,
other there.
yeah, exactly. So during WebEx, I got a call from a friend and he's like, yo, these guys doing a project with Donald Trump. But they want someone to produce a Twitter Spaces for him, for Donald, Eric, Don Jr., like the whole family and everything. uh, I think you're the guy because we do all these Twitter spaces. So we're known for that, right? Like we know how to produce Twitter spaces probably better than most people. Like, okay, I'll do it. And then I asked them if they needed someone to interview from crypto, and they were like, yeah. And they were like, maybe. And then they called me like, yeah, you can do it. You can interview Donald Trump. I was like, what the hell? So that was like on August 29th. And that's why I canceled my Dubai and like Singapore plans. And then yeah, that's how I landed it. They wanted someone that's native to the space to interview Donald Trump about like crypto, etc. So I was like, okay, I'll do it. And that's how I landed it. So, fast forward 2.5 weeks later, because it was every day. Like I went just on Donald Trump mode, like interviewing stuff. I had to get my team going. So we produced the whole thing. Like everything you saw, like the cameras, the angles, edits, everything was a Rug Radio production A to Z. And so yeah, we that's how I landed it. And then I went to Mar-a-Lago And then there was the assassination attempt on him at the golf course while I was passing the Secret Service tent to get approved to get into the side of Mar-a-Lago. Like they have to go through like bomb machine
Mhm.
dogs and shit like that. It's pretty cool.
So was it just the assassination attempt just
I
before the
was
interview?
No, it was the day before.
Ah, okay.
So then I was like,
That's
God damn it.
crazy.
Like, yeah. So then we had to go early morning and he still wanted to do it. So that's how we
Mhm.
did it. And all the photos that people saw online and the videos, that's on my ex. Like, it's pretty cool. That's how we did it.
But that's pretty amazing. So, like, Trump's team, like his family and advisors, just reached out because they wanted to do interview on crypto themselves.
Yeah, yeah, because they wanted the host to do it, and they knew about my show FOMO Hour, they know about Rug Radio. Like we've been doing this for a long time, right? Like so it's
Mhm.
like so they're like, yeah, like these people know what they're doing, and they were advised by someone to pick me. So it's like it's like when you have contacts and stuff, and they just contacted me, and I did it. I was like, fuck it, let's go, like let's do it. Why not? I think anyone in media, and that if you get
Yeah.
a call, say, yo, do you want to interview Donald Trump? I think anyone would say yes, right?
Yeah,
So
for sure. That's probably like the person, maybe like top three most well-known, or maybe top five most well-known people in the
Well,
world
after
now.
the assassination attempt, it was top one because it was the day after. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's like everybody wants to hear about, yeah, the crypto stuff is cool, but people want to hear about the first question asked to Donald Trump post assassination attempt. So they played it out on like CNN, Fox News, ABC, Routers, Guardian, I'll just
Mhm.
like you name it, BBC, like everyone played it, which was crazy.
Yeah. And did you have any plans before, like to feature US election campaign, to make interviews with some US
No,
government officials and etc. with any candidates?
no. No, there was no plans for that. I was planning to go to Singapore for Token 2049 and then to build Myriad and to focus on this. Actually, like I haven't been doing many interviews myself besides hosting my morning show recently because I'm just like so busy. It's a lot of work, right?
Yeah.
And so I know, but now, yeah, I'm all in now. So let's do it. Like, right away within 2 weeks, I got Mark Cuban, which I just posted yesterday. It's on my YouTube and on platform, so I had to go right away. So now, yes, now it's like let's sign him up.
Yeah, and do you have yourself any predictions for the outcome of the US elections? So, do you have any preference, Donald Trump or Kamala?
Yeah, I mean, I honestly like I don't like I don't know, it's a hard prediction to make, but I think Donald Trump's gonna win. Like I don't like I just like I think there was a moment where like a couple of weeks ago, because we talk about it on the show every day, and this is not that doesn't mean like who I'm for, because I don't really like to talk about like what my personal opinions are on politics and stuff like that, but like whether it's Kamala or Trump. But what I think is that for a moment Trump was ahead, kind of lost that lead post
Hmm.
debate. And it seems like recently he's been gaining momentum again. So it's a tight race. I think it'll come down to a few states. But if I had to make like if I had to bet on prediction markets, I would go the Trump way.
Yeah, I saw just even on Polymarket he got like 1% higher than Kamala
It's
yesterday.
always like so nobody knows, right? But I
Yeah,
don't know. I think so. I think he'll win. It depends, of course, on I mean the next 5 weeks. It's the last sprint right now, right? It's in 2 months. It's in 1 month. Oh my God,
yeah,
it's in
yeah.
one
It's so
month, like
soon.
4 weeks. So it depends on anything, right? So, but I think right now he's the one.
And during the conversation and like after the interview, you talked with Donald Trump. So, what feeling do you have? Like, does he really understands much in crypto, or does he just have some good advisors and his family understands much more and just transfer him?
Look, yes, on the second part of your question, he definitely has advisors and family that understands crypto. Whether it's not even they just get it, right? Like they like us, right? Like we spend all the time in it. That's what they do as a living. So they get it, right? So he's
Mhm.
definitely well surrounded by people who know. And what was interesting is like how interested his children are, right? Like Eric and Don Jr. They're very like I got to speak to both of them before and after the interview. So they're really cool and during the interview actually, because I interviewed them as well. But I would say, he does, you can tell that he has an understanding of it, but like also like that's the question I was asked the most, like, oh, it seems like he doesn't know crypto, or does he really know the surf like the depth? Like were people expecting him to like explain to you what a smart contracts works like and like how to code? Like, you know what I mean? Like he definitely gets like the crypto from a surface level. And I think that's all we need from the president of the United States, because then
Mhm.
they can surround themselves by people who are going to make it happen, right?
Yeah, that's true.
But most important is who's around them.
That's true. And as well, you posted your interview. It was hosted on X Spaces, and as well, then after you posted it on YouTube, and your YouTube was banned. So, can you tell more about that story? And actually, I was watching your interview with Donald Trump on YouTube, and I was surprised that it didn't really get like that many views. You got like only 322 views, but it's crazy. People should search for it. It's like the trending words.
Yeah, I mean, because the day after we posted, so first of all, like it was mostly about the Twitter Spaces. So Twitter Spaces at 30 million views, and then like 3 million live listeners, and then it was broadcasted across every single channel in the world in
hmm
media. Like even my family in Iran was like listening. Like there was people in Singapore that were coming from CNN saying that they listened. The BBC called me, New York Times called me, a bunch of media called me, like La Presse in Montreal locally wrote an article about me. So like forget the YouTube views. Like this thing was listened to by like 50 million people at least. At
hmm
least. At least the questions about the assassination attempt, maybe not the crypto part, but the first part, at least 50 to 100 million people. What am I saying? Like probably 100 million plus. Straight up. I'm being honest because like I understand these things and I saw the how widespread it was, right?
hmm
Like Fox News was playing it live on TV and on replay the day after to national television to every American, right? Um, but the YouTube then, so the thing is, what took time is the video, and then we posted to YouTube, and then we get deleted from YouTube after posting a Trump interview in 12 shorts. It was super weird. And so that killed our momentum. And then our Instagram accounts were deleted and stuff. So that sucked. That's why I made my tweet that went viral. Because
hmm
all I had on my YouTube was one video, was a Donald Trump interview. You know what I mean? And so we got it back next day and we posted. Now we're getting some traction. So a short got 12,000 views. I just posted a Cuban one yesterday. We're about to post like 12 to 15 Mark Cuban shorts in the next 3 days. Today,
hmm
Saturday, Sunday. So you're about to see like there's about to be some traction. And my goal now is like, can I keep this going and build a big podcast? I don't come from the YouTube world, so like it's a whole other animal. But you know, on X we're doing couple 100,000 views, hundreds of thousands, some millions of views on clips and stuff. So it's good. It's going pretty well.
Yeah, but actually, I felt that a lot of general, not crypto native audience is not really on Twitter. They more watch YouTube.
Yeah, they're all on YouTube and they don't really like crypto. So,
Yeah.
you know, you're battling it's an uphill battle, but I think we can, you know, we'll be fine.
Yeah, and how did you get Mark Cuban? Did his team reach out to you, or he reached out to you that he wants to to make a follow-up interview after Trump, or did you get just the idea to get somebody from Kamala's campaign?
No, it was my idea. So I was thinking about after Trump, I was like, well, the night I was like, when I'm going, I was like, wow, like who's next? Like who do I go for next? And I'd love to get Elon Musk on the show, for example. I think it would be insane. But I figured like while I work on that, it's gonna take a while. I need someone fast. And I figured that Mark Cuban made sense because he's someone that I have access to through maybe 1 degree of separation, right? Which was my
Mhm,
friend Peter. And then we just announced that we acquired Lucky Trader, and Lucky Trader is a company that Mark Cuban invested in. And so it was perfect because it coincided with me taking over a company invested in, but also after Trump. And we know that Mark Cuban is vocally pro Kamala and against Trump and Elon, right? Especially on X, like he's been going crazy. So I was like, okay, that makes sense. So I'm the one who had a friend email him and connect to us, and then he said yes, and then we just found time and we did it.
Yeah, that's cool. And as well, you started as well Myriad Markets. So can you tell more about it? It's still in the beta testing.
Yeah. It's still in beta testing. So Myriad Markets basically is a platform which allows you to place a prediction. So like there's a prediction market component to it with questing as well. So basically, an all-in-one place where you can consume content around crypto, etc. So the news from anyone and any website. We have an aggregator of content on there, which is super sick, right? Where you can not only do that, but also put your predictions on outcomes. So just like you asked me what I think about Donald Trump and Kamala Harris, but on anything, right? And then you can also get rewarded for using the platform, right? So you can earn points to do as little as like retweet a tweet or read a Decrypt article, etc. Because you know we own a large distribution company. We do 50 million visits a year on Decrypt with 20 million uniques. We do 50 million impressions a month on Rug Radio across creators, etc. Like, all individuals. So we do a big number. So it makes sense for us to go down the route of prediction markets. I think prediction markets are a great source. I would say one are a source of truth, not the source of truth nor news,
Mm.
but a source of truth and news. But it works because I have creators like myself. I'm interviewing Trump, I'm interviewing Cuban, doing big things. They have Decrypt Media, which like they're posting articles all day long. We have incredible journalist, incredible editor in chief, and the team is just pumping out content. And then you have prediction markets to tap on top of that. And so I think that allows us to expand the business horizons, right? From business standpoints, it makes sense from a revenue standpoint for the company, but also it makes sense for the public, and for everything else. So that's why we added Lucky Trader. We're going to keep through M&A and strategic, joint venture partnerships, add more media companies under our umbrella so that we can, adopt Myriad Markets across the board.
So are you trying to compete with Polymarket in this case?
So in this case, yes and no. Like, and it's mostly no because you can see it that way. But most important, like for me, like Polymarket is the leader right now in the industry. They have like $50 million in cash.
Hmm.
Nothing near that. They're killing it, and I'm a huge fan. Actually, I'm a user of the platform. So not really because I think prediction markets are going to be kind of like you'll see, and they start doing it. Every single media website within the next 5 years is gonna have prediction markets on it. 5 to 10 years, give it. It depends on legislations, countries, right? Depends how fast it moves. So it's like for me, it's gonna become a dime a dozen. But for us, it's like who can have the biggest distribution network, which we do already, one
Hmm.
of the biggest. So I think that's what's interesting. It's a different approach, but also like, hey, you know, there's multiple places, there's multiple medias, multiple casinos, multiple this, multiple that. Like, for me, like it's like if Polymarket was be number one and that could be number two, I be my guess. We're still doing good.
Yeah. And when do you plan to fully launch it?
So the beta is live now. We're gonna be adding a ton more communities the next few weeks. So stay tuned. I can add you in beta if you want already. Just send us your email. But we have it. And then basically in November, full like hopefully November. I'll say this. Hopefully in November we're gonna have the USDC markets live, and so that way with liquidity and everything sorted out, so that people can be involved. If not December, but I'm really hoping for November. I'm pushing the back end, the boys, Locks and Elon, my co-founders, to really, let's go, let's drill November. Come on. And
Yeah.
I know they're working hard. We have a huge team. Like we have a 45% team now, and we have 12 devs working on this product. So it's an actual big operation.
Yeah, that's a lot for the startup company.
Actually, yeah. Yeah, tell me about it. After I'm done with you, I have like 7 meetings. So and it's Friday, so it's like, that's how it is. That's how we do it.
Yeah, that's how you get the things done in crypto. Uh,
Hmm.
and as well, you posted recently a lot about different meme coins, and you particularly talked about meme coins with Mark Cuban too, who told that like every meme coin will be eventually a rug. What's your take on meme coins, and like do you invest much yourself into meme coins currently?
Yeah. I invest a lot. I always have a lot of money in meme coins. I love meme coins, personally speaking. That's me because I told you, like going back to the beginning of the interview, I told you about memetics and about how I love the internet. I'm an internet kid, right?
Hmm.
My whole career started with memes, like actual memes on meme coins. I was like 12, 13, 14. Like we were doing that, right? And so I get it. I understand meme coins as a means to build community. I understand meme coins as a means to maybe flow attention back into crypto and the industry. And I get that. Now, is it a game of musical chairs? Absolutely. Will you probably get rugged a million times before you hit? Probably. I have been rugged like a lot. I get rugged every day. But yeah, I do like meme coins a lot. I was early to a lot of them, like Pepe. I was early to Mog, for example, caught a 500x on that this cycle, and a bunch of others. I openly support some coins here and there on my timeline. Obviously, more careful about it given the size of my account and what we're doing. Like, I don't need that, right? It's like whatever. But yeah, I like meme coins a lot. I disagree with Mark. But I thought it was a great conversation though, and many people feel like him, because they understand it's a musical chairs game. Like you probably, let's be honest, you buy a meme coin to make money. You buy a meme coin because you want it to 10x, 100x, 50x, million x. You want to become the next millionaire, right? Let's be honest, it's like a scratch off lottery.
Yeah.
So I think that's what he tried to get to, but he kind of worded differently, right?
And do you have any strategy for buying meme coins? Do you just throw like specific amount of money into a bunch of meme coins and just watch and see what's gonna happen with those? So what's your strategy?
Well, I don't have time right now to do that. So I used to like actually go into it, see what says the most tweets and everything, or crazy, but I don't have zero time for it now. So I just ape like six figures into something I have conviction in, and I just leave it there, you know? Yeah. I
I
don't
saw
really
you
type.
posted recently about MOODENG. Do you keep
Yeah.
stacks?
I never even bought any. I missed MOODENG completely. I was doing the Mark Cuban stuff. I was doing no before this the Trump stuff. I was just not paying attention. So I missed the whole thing, but I love it. I see that's the thing. Like I like when a meme coin does like what is it at right now? Let's see. Moodang right now is 150 mil. Like, okay, great. It was at 340. See, it was at 340 mil. If you bought there, you're down 50%, right?
Mhm.
But if you bought early on, you're up a lot. So see it's the duality of meme coins. But I like when meme coins go crazy. I like when people make money, you know? It's good for the space.
So for you, it's too late to buy already with the big market cap.
No, I like buying big market caps because I buy in bigger amounts. So
Mhm.
therefore, I look for 2, 3, 4, 5, 10x, but most people look for like 100x.
Yeah, I actually feel like this MOODENG may be listed on Binance and Coinbase, and
Yeah? What do you
yeah.
know? What do you know, Anna? What do
Well,
you
I,
know,
I
Anna?
I just see the narratives like just the amount of tweets and as well from traditional audience because I generally saw about this mood and theme meme. I never saw any memes with it, but I saw just a post of my friend about this mood and then I start like it was not even about the coin; it was just about the animal. And then I wondered like why this animal became so popular. And then I saw much later about this Mudan, and I saw that just by the amount of tweets and etc. It's like a big sentiment, and if so many people know about it, it probably can become like a big culture, big movement, I would say.
Yeah, I mean, look, I like it. Like I said, like I think it's funny. It's fun. Like, what are you gonna do? Like, NFTs last cycle was super fun. Now meme coins are fun. Like, it's just how it is, you know? People enjoy it. It's cute sometimes. Like, whatever.
Yeah, I just saw like the same sentiment with Pepper, with Shiba Inu,
Yeah,
because it
that's
was
it.
the same like crazy amount of
Mhm.
posts. Everybody was tweeting about it.
Yeah, 100%.
What do you think about celebrity coins?
I mean, these don't really work much. Like, shout out to Iggy. Hers worked. Like, she cooked with Mother, right? But usually they don't come for the right reason in the space. I saw in 2021, learned the hard way through NFTs with celebrities that came, dropped NFTs, left and stuff. And
Mhm.
it's not like I knew better. And that's why sometimes like I don't blame some people in the meme coin cycle that thought that celebrities actually had good intentions because you may think that, but you don't, most of them. But then you have someone like Iggy Azalea, which her coin's at 100 mil right now, still, and it's impressive. She's doing, and she's actually doing cool stuff, talking and shit at a big party. So it's probably like the rest of meme coins, like maybe 0.1% of them, right? And she's the 0.5% right now.
Yeah, do you hold any Maza tokens?
Pardon?
Do you hold any Maza
No,
tokens?
no, I don't. I was early on it. I sold too early, and then I just like cheered all along. But
Hmm.
again, see, I just cheer for it sometimes without buying because I just like it.
Actually, it's interesting. I started seeing a ton of tweets about it just after talking after she was on the stage in Singapore.
Yeah, that's it. That's when she did the big party, and a lot of people were not happy about it. So it's she's cooking.
Yeah, but that's how you make the rumors.
She did it. She's doing her thing.
So maybe you can share what are your favorite meme coins currently? What do you hold?
Honestly, I say it even on the show, but I try not to be too vocal about it, but this one I can. I like Mog a lot. Mog is like $550 million market cap. I bought it like one something. I always loved it. I've been in and out, in and out. I'm in big. So NFA, DYR, but like I have a position also. It's good for people to know. So it's always been my favorite. Obviously love Pepe. I was in and out of Whiff a lot. The big ones. It's easier. It's easier just to stick with the big stuff, you know? Obviously there's a lot of mid caps, small caps that are always fun to play with, but I try not to talk about them too much or else
Mhm.
it's you never know.
Are you bullish on Mog?
Just because it's become a full-blown culture coin. We'll see if it transcends, which is the next step of a coin, but it's just every time it had big dips and everything, it came back and showed a lot of strength. So I like it as a coin.
Mhm. And as well, currently NFTs are still a lot down. And like, do you still have a big conviction in NFTs?
I mean, look, I have conviction in NFTs. Yes, the technology is there to stay forever. Like non-fungible technology changed things in crypto, and it's undeniably last cycle, brought all the most attention ever to cryptos NFTs, right? The crypto punks, the Bored Ape effect, the whole thing was insane, 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 actually insane. And so, I have conviction in some NFTs. Like a crypto punk will always be a crypto punk. I have a ton
Hmm.
of conviction in that. A lot of the art, right? A lot of big art, like glyphs and X copy and the usual suspects, like that with the most likes, I love him. But like a bunch of cool artists, like always gonna be around, right? And then rare Pepes. Like for me, rare Pepes is where, my favorite collection. I have a Nakamoto card, like it's my favorite thing. I have a Pepe here from Dark Farms or the plushie. But that stuff is always gonna have value. Pudgy penguins, like Luca's building IP around it a lot. There's a bunch of stuff like that. So there's a lot, like Doodles are doing cool stuff. So a lot of the big NFT brands from 2021 are going to exist and keep doing big things. Now, it doesn't mean that the valuations are going to get like it was last cycle. But yeah, I do have conviction in NFTs and I always will. I think it would be hypocritical not to actually.
And what's your is your portfolio in NFTs bigger than your crypto portfolio or vice versa?
No, my crypto portfolio is bigger for sure. I mean,
Okay.
we can go back on NFTs. So.
Maybe maybe you can share some of your other altcoin picks, what coins you're bullish on.
Solana. I love Solana. Personally speaking, it's why I have my biggest conviction in this cycle. I have Bitcoin, I have ordinals, I love my Bitcoin puppets. It's my favorite collection right now. So yeah, I'm mostly like ordinals. Ordinals is I'm trying to see if it could. I see ordinals as like my Bitcoin beta, and even there, I see again. I don't have many things, but I
Hmm.
have many like little things. So for me, I'm all in like for example, Bitcoin puppets as ordinals. Why? Because I think that from an NFT standpoint, records to NFTs, right? And a culture on Bitcoin, they're kind of leading the trail, of course, with Node Monkeys and you have Pizza Ninjas and other collections doing well. But for me, that's my one, and it's the one that I find the most fun. And then Solana just as a whole, and then for example on Ethereum, I'm having Mog because that's my Ethereum beta, and so far it's done well, right? It's proven to be right. Doesn't mean it's going to be right the whole cycle, but for now it is. And so that's how I see it.
Which blockchain do you use for Myriad Markets?
We are an Arbitrum. We're EVM right now. We're L2.
Okay, why not Solana?
But see, from a tech standpoint, yeah, I could build on Solana, absolutely. And we thought about it for a second, actually, and we're trying to build a product that basically is going to be available on any chain one day.
Yeah,
We're not
that's the right
use Atom.
approach.
Yeah, but look, I like Ethereum though. Like the thing is, people can like look. I don't like the price action of Ethereum. I don't like trading ETH. I hate trading ETH. It's horrible this cycle. But I believe in ETH. The vision, the technology, right? What Vitalik has built, is incredible. So like, I think that our products should be EVM. You know.
Yeah, that's true. And as well, can you share maybe do you have any other plans for upcoming interviews for your podcast after Donald Trump and Mark Cuban?
Yeah, I have plans. I have a target list. We're working on it.
Like, can you give the hints from which sides are your
I
guests?
mean, we're look. My grail right now is try to get my grail right now is to try to get to Elon. I really want to get Elon. I gotta get Elon.
Did he tweet anything about your X Spaces with Trump?
Yeah, he was trying to come up.
Oh,
I
that's
don't
really
know.
cool.
I
So
don't know.
you almost got him.
Fuck. Yeah, almost.
Yeah, Mario Nafal got him a few times, and like
Yeah,
Elon Musk now retweets him almost every day.
yeah. We're gonna get him. I'll get him. I'll get Elon Musk. Mark my
Yes.
word. I'll put it on
Um,
record. I'm gonna get Elon Musk.
yeah, it will be awesome. I think it's quite doable.
Yeah.
And you as well with Rug Radio, you have NFTs. So can you tell more about that? Like what the holders of your NFTs get?
Yeah, so our NFTs originally were meant to yield tokens. So basically, the Rug Radio NFTs would give you an allocation of Rug token, which can get swapped for DAO tokens and have governance over the ecosystem, right? Things have changed over the last 2 years, right? So we had a whole framework for the DAO and governance and the council and everything. In 2021, the main narrative around NFTs were DAOs, right? Were decentralizations of things. And I think that was very hard. We tried so hard to do this day. Like seriously, we went all in. we still go all in every day. And so we've decided to swap things around where like Myriad is going to take over, and there's going to be an ecosystem built around the entire thing. So Rug Radio, Decrypt, Myriad Markets. So right now the NFTs is kind of like stalled. Well, that's 2 years, by the way. We've done like 30 events. We've
Hmm.
done a ton of things. I mean, you've been to a few, right? I'm sure. And so we've done a ton of things for holders. But now what it's going to do is that we're going to make us do a swap. These Rug tokens and NFTs are going to be redeemable for something else down the line within Myriad and part of a much bigger ecosystem.
Yeah, that's cool. And
Yeah, honestly, I'm really excited. Like, honestly, like it's the right thing for the holders, and when we only do things that we genuinely believe are the right thing to do for our holders at Rug Radio,
Mhm.
etc. So I think that taking Rug Radio, because since then, like we've taken over Decrypt, we have Myriads. Like, it kept getting bigger. We're not doing this because we got smaller. We're doing this because we got bigger, right?
Mhm.
And so I think having Rug Radio and letting that core holder base being part of something bigger and an important part of it is better.
Yeah, and can you tell about challenges of running media company?
Oh my God, yeah. I mean, it's so tough, right? Like revenue is very hard to get from a media standpoint. Valuations are tough from a media standpoint. It's heavy on human capital. And also you always have to be on top of the information. You have to, it's honestly like it's a lot of work. You always have to, it's much like people don't realize we're 45 people because like, dude, like I have my show, then being a producer, being editors. We have multiple clients. We have multiple shows. We have multiple publications. Like we have to, there's a lot of things that go into consideration when wanting to build a proper media company. Like we went from being a project to like full blown media company,
Hmm.
and hopefully it's going to be a big ass media conglomerate, right? But it's a lot of work. So
That's
much,
true. And what
yeah.
does bring you more profit, your business or your investments?
My investments. For me personally, my investments.
And do you have any strategy for this cycle? When is it time to fix your profits?
I don't have a strategy, but personally speaking, I'll say for myself, of course, NFA DYOR, like this is not financial advice at all. This is what I'm doing. Obviously, that could change tomorrow morning, by the way, right?
Yeah.
But I'm waiting to see how Q4 and Q1 act, and then I'll see. But I think we're gonna have a strong 2025.
So for how long will this bull market last, in your opinion?
I think we're gonna get 25 bull. I think we're gonna be in it for like a long time. I think we have a year of fun ahead.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I really
But
mean that. It's just gonna be a pump,
still 1 year is
another
good.
pump, a dump, right? Probably a double top like last cycle, right? So remember, it went all the way to the summer crazy, dump, then went all the way to Q4. It went crazy, then it was over.
Mm-hmm. Do you have any expectations for the narratives which will play out the best?
Right now it's memes. We've seen 2024 play its hand. Meme coins, I think are going to continue to lead the way. Of course, Bitcoin is going to be the main driver of value, and I'm more worried personally about altcoins, etc. But we'll see what happens.
What do you think about AI coins?
I mean, Tao is doing crazy, right? So I think Tao is great. I don't have any, never had, but definitely believe that this was going to be a leader. And AI seems to be a massive narrative. So let's see.
Yeah, and can you share as well some your future plans for Dastan, for Rug Radio, Decrypt, and Myriad Markets?
It's all focused on Myriad right now. Like that's the number one focus. It's Myriad and to keep growing the media platform. So you're gonna see us partner with more media, but also just build the product more aggressively, and you're gonna see a lot of it online.
Yeah. Okay, so thank you for exciting conversation and good luck with building Myriad and bringing it to the public. And keep up with the good work and waiting as well for some more exciting interviews from
Thank
you.
you so much. Appreciate you.
Thank you.